Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Beauty Passion. Yes, y'all, I'm trying to be consistent with this content. I am. Today is content day, so I do content for all three of my channels on Tuesday, so I don't want to leave y'all out, so I'm going to do some content for y'all. So listen, while I'm driving in traffic in Chicago going downtown on Tuesday, it's traffic. It's 3:32 p.m. It's traffic. It's always traffic. This right here. It's like people are getting on, people are getting off. It's just always congested around this time. I try to, I don't know, get done what I need to get done early so I won't have to be in this traffic, but it is what it is. You know, it's just something that's inevitable. See, look, they holding up a whole lane because they're trying to merge over. Well, it's a beautiful day in Chicago. As y'all can see, it's a little cloudy, but it's still sunny out. Before I get started with this beauty talk or beauty passion talk, I want y'all to like my video. I need you to like my video right now because you already know I need you to like my video right now because you already know it's going to be great. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, who better? Who better? Ain't nobody better than Beauty Passion. Nobody. All right, y'all, let's get started with this beauty talk. Okay, y'all, so listen. I was talking to this guy, and he was saying he didn't believe in manifestation. He said he felt like manifestation is a form of witchcraft, which I heard people say that before. I don't know. Some people, I don't know where it came from. If somebody can tell me where it came from, because I feel like it's inevitable. If you're a positive person, it's kind of like hard not to manifest, if that makes sense. So when he said he don't believe in manifestation, like he don't believe in like asking for what he want, he just go out there and just work. He just don't ask for it. He just work and it just comes to him. So he said it's like, I don't know, he never had to ask for it. He just did what he had to do and it just came to him. For me, I manifest everything. I'm just being honest. I manifest everything. Like, I can remember years ago, before I even know, like, I can remember, like, okay, let me see. I can remember when one day my car battery died and me and my daughter was sitting in the car. And this, I'm talking about, she was a little girl. And I remember sitting there, I don't know if I was at Jewel's, I don't know where I was, Target, Walmart, I don't know where I was, but my battery was dead. So we were sitting there in my car, I'm turning my car, it's going clink, 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 clink. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know, I don't know what's going on. And I sat there and I did it again. I turned the knob, I went clink, 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 clink. Nothing's happening. So I turned the car off. I sat there. I put my head on the steering wheel and I started praying and I started asking God to make my car come on. And I went into prayer. Of course, my daughter's just sitting there because she's probably looking at me like, lady, please go call somebody to give us a jump or whatever. But my mind always went to asking God to help me through whatever I'm doing or whatever. That's just where my mind goes, to asking for help. Through God. I ask him first, and then, you know, he'll lead me to help. You know, he'll lead me to help. So I had my head on my steering wheel and I was praying, God, please let my car start. I don't know what's wrong with it. Please let my car start. I really don't know the exact words I was saying, but I was praying. And I sat there for another 5 minutes. I tried to start my car up and it worked. My car started up, y'all. My car started up. I wish my daughter could remember this story, but she was so young, she probably don't remember. And she looked at me and she was like, how did you do that? And I was like, I don't know, I just prayed. It's like you when you pray, you almost are manifesting. When you pray also, you're manifesting stuff in your life. I mean, it's two ways you can do it. You can ask God to help you get through some stuff or get some stuff. You can do prayer, or you can just put it in the atmosphere what you want to do. So it's two types of manifestation you can do. Manifesting you can do. At that point, I was praying I was praying and I was manifesting. I was praying and I was asking God for help. He said that the guy, going back to the guy, he said that he'll pray, but he'll just pray, and he'll include things that he wants, but he don't just sit in a chair one day and ask, like, put it in the atmosphere like, I want this, I want that, I want that. He said he don't do that. I do both. I manifest the goals that I want, and I pray. And that was just an example of like how my life really has been for a long time. Like, I just pray and I manifest. A lot of the stuff that I get and do, I just prayed about it, or either I manifest it. I manifest what I want. I ask, I put it in the atmosphere what I want, and then I start working hard at what I want, and then if I'm praying, I'll ask God, for certain things too, as I'm praying, doing my prayer. So I'm saying this to say, I don't think, one more thing before I get into this thought. I feel like it's a difference between people that don't pray and manifest things compared to the people that do pray and manifest things. I'm just being honest. Like, I can see people, I'm just going to say people in my family that don't really like pray, and, I'm not going to say they don't believe in God, but they're not like in touch with God. I can see their life is way different than somebody that is in touch with God, that prays all the time, that goes to church, that reads their Bible, somebody that's in touch with God. Their lives are totally different than people that don't tap into God. So what I'm trying to say is, going back to my thought is, going back to my thought. So let me go back to my thought. So during my life, I realized a long time ago that praying and manifesting works. So when I hear people, they call me with their problems, and, they don't pray about it first. They just pretty much are venting and complaining. They're venting and complaining about it. I always ask, well, did you pray about it? Most of the time they say no. I said, well, you need to start there. Pray about it first. Everything that I ever got or wanted in my life, I manifested and I prayed about it. So when someone asks me, how did you do that? How did you get that? You're so lucky. All I say is I ask God for it. I manifest it. I pray, and I start working towards it the best way I could. Sometimes it be easy. Sometimes it be hard. But whatever it is, I always get to what I asked for. So for instance, I asked, during my season of work, I prayed and I manifested, and I asked for a certain amount of money that I want to make this year. I'm just being honest. Before I even started in my work season, I asked for a certain amount of money. It was something like I had never seen that number before. I didn't even know that I could even make that number, to be honest. I didn't even know I could even make that number. But I just knew that this is the number that I wanted. I don't know why God led me to that number, but this is the number that I wanted, And I prayed about it, I manifested, and at the end of my work season, I had the number that I asked for. I'm still looking at, when I get back, I don't really want to disclose what number it is, but I still have on my wall, like, me typing out my goal. I always do that before my work season. I type out the goal and I post it somewhere. For this time I posted in my room so I can wake up every morning and see the goal. And I got to that goal. I got to that goal. To be honest, I felt like I did do a lot more work. Now, don't get me wrong. This is the hardest I ever worked during my work season. But I got a lot of blessings, and I did get to the number I wanted, And it was all from me just manifesting and praying about what I want. So when people ask me, I really can't tell you like a step 1, step 2, step 3 method on how I did it. All I could say is I prayed, I manifested, and I started working towards it, and things just fell in line. That's all I can really say to people when they ask me, how did I do certain things? Because I don't really know. All I know is, think this happened this way. I woke up one day and this happened. That's all I can really tell you, like how I was getting blessed on the way to my goal. That's the only thing I can really tell people. But as far as like how I did it, I really don't have like an answer. I also realized during my work season that the people, working people, like 9-to-5 people, they're in a very hard time right now. Like my clients, they were, how can I say this, in panic mode, if that makes sense. Like during the pandemic, when all the money was flowing, unemployment, PPP loans, all the money that was flowing, they were more calm. During this season has been the most stressful season I've ever dealt with my clients. Like they were in a panic, if that makes sense. Like it has to happen or this is going to happen. Like a complete panic. And when I realized, I was like feeling almost sad for people that are not as blessed as me, that can be self-employed and can make money from their gift. Some people just work 9-to-5. They might have a gift and they just might not use it. But the people that work for companies and, you know, work 9-to-5 jobs, they just were in a panic. It was just they didn't have enough money for whatever they need to do in life. They just didn't have enough money. They were dependent on this money to get them through or to the next level. So it was like a do or die. And in my mind, I was like, man, I want to see these people praying, because all I hear is complaining and bickering and venting. All I hear is that. But did you pray about it? Did you manifest what you need? Like I want to ask them so bad, but that's not like, with my line of work, I don't really like talk directly to my clients, because I have like 2 assistants. So because I have 2 assistants, they're the people that talk directly to my clients. So I just know, like, they coming back and telling me stories, or when I do, you know, talk to my clients, the angle they were coming from and like the way they were like acting, you know. And I was just like, man, it's so hard out here. I feel like people really need to get up every day and manifest what it is that they need. So if you're working a 9-to-5 and you add up all your bills, and say your bills come up to $5,000 a month, I'm just being, everything come up to $5,000 a month, you have to figure out what that number is to make your life comfortable. And that's exactly what I did right before my work season. I thought of the number that would make my life comfortable, and I started working towards that number. So if you're working a 9-to-5 and you're only making 40, on the average, my clients make about 40 or 50,000 a year. And if you're saying that's not good enough to sustain your lifestyle, you need to make, some people probably need to make 100,000 a year. They said to live in Chicago comfortably, you have to make over $100,000 a year. I have a lot of clients and I see their income, and none of my clients, a handful of my clients are at 100K. Most of my clients are at 40 and 50K a year. And so for them to be comfortable, they should be manifesting 100K a year, because most of my clients live in Chicago. They should be manifesting 100K a year, whether they need to get a promotion at their job, they need to do a side hustle, whatever they need to build their income, that's what they should be doing, so they can be getting to 100K a year. I know it's easier said than done, but I feel like if you ask for it and if you pray for it, you'll get there, and you won't be so, I don't know, stressed out and mad or whatever about things, you know. I don't know. So I don't know, that's my little thought about that, about manifesting and stuff, because for me, I already know it works. But do you think manifesting works? I know it works. In my situation, everything I ever manifested or ever prayed and asked for, it worked and it happened. So I'm asking y'all, do y'all think manifesting works, or is it just witchcraft or something, witchery? Or do you think that it's just things just fall in line, whether you say it or not? Things just fall in line? Or do you feel like you have to put certain things and certain energy in the atmosphere for it to work? Like writing it down, saying it, praying about it. That's always been my energy, you know? But tell me, how do y'all feel about manifestation? I always hear people like say, I manifested the lottery. I manifested this. Like, I just got up every day and I prayed about it. I asked about it. And I knew one day I was going to win a lottery. And then one day I won the lottery. Like, we see those stories on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok every day. We see them all the time. You could just Google and they all come up. Or somebody say, man, I manifested this car I wanted. I looked at it, I drove it, I rented it, my friend got it, I drove her, I manifested this car. Every day I worked and I manifested and I prayed for this car, and one day I was able to get this car. Or do you all believe that this is just my life? These are cars that I was dealt, whether I say it or not. These are just going to be my cars. Do you all believe that? Tell me in the comments below how many people really believe in. Tell me in the comments below how many people really believe in manifestation. Because some people, even when I'm talking to certain people, if they don't believe it, they automatically, like, you can tell they don't believe it. It'd be like, oh, that don't work. You know what I'm saying? Or you just lucky. Or, you know what I'm saying? When I tell them, like, I ask for things and it just happen, they always throw it to the, not always, but, you know, depending on who you're talking to, they always be like, oh, you know, you just work hard for what you want. Or do you believe that you have to ask, pray, and manifest things that you want? Tell me in the comments below how y'all feel about manifestation, because for me, that's been like the cheat code or the cheat guide or whatever to my life. And I'm just really like noticing, like, a lot of people don't manifest, don't pray about stuff. They just go through their life hoping and wishing things go right. And like that's just how they live. And to be honest, their life be in shambles. The people that don't just go through life and don't believe and all that stuff and don't manifest, not everybody, but the people that I know that don't do it, their life be in shambles. And then they be asking me, like, how did you do? And I start telling them how I do, and they be like, they be wanting a step 1, step 2, and I read step 3, and I really don't have it for them. And it, they might even say, oh, that ain't, why you can't tell me what you did? And it's like, I'm telling you what I did. You just don't believe that that's how you have to do it. So anyway, let me know in the comments below how y'all feel about manifestation. Also, tell me, what did you manifest? Tell me what you manifest and it came true for you in the comments below. Tell me what you manifested. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. I'm gonna start putting up more and more videos. Again, I'm just doing like talking videos, kind of, while I'm driving somewhere and in traffic. I'm gonna do those for a little bit, and then I think in June I'll be back on camera, putting up more content with me on camera. I'm just trying to get some things in order, so I just want to put up some content for y'all. And I still haven't reapplied to get my channel monetized again. I've been slacking on that. I'm gonna try to get that done either today or tomorrow, but traffic is taking my little time away. So anyway, thank you all for watching. Hecky now, Joe. It's Beauty Passion, and I'm out.